Welcome back to Rashley's Border Q. I'm Randy, and today we're going to be cooking up some pork tenderloin out on the Yoder YS640. We're going to be using some Lumberjack, Oak, Hickory, and Cherry pellets all mixed together, OHC. It's pre-mixed by Lumberjack, so you don't have to go to the trouble of mixing it yourself. Let me get set up. We're going to trim up the tenderloins, then we're going to hit them with some seasoning. Y'all stay tuned. We'll get to that next. Tenderloin's a pretty lean cut of meat. There's not a lot of fat to trim off of it. I've already started trimming the fat. This one's trimmed. You can just see there's a little spot here and there, but not enough to really worry about. The one thing we do want to do is get any loose ends, loose fat off of there, make it look pretty. And this silver skin right here, we want to get underneath that silver skin and trim it away without getting too much meat. I got a little too much there, but good deal. Get this one and that's good. It's all the silver skin, heavy silver skin. I'll trim this one up and then we'll be back. We're going to be seasoning up with Chupacabra regular blend, one of my absolute favorites. That one and Brisket Magic, the two top. I like to give the spice a shake and make sure there's no clumps in there, kind of mix up all of the different seasonings that may settle over time. And then give it a generous shake. Going to kind of roll it and get all sides. Got the Yoder warming up outside. Going to warm it up to 250 degrees. And we're going to cook this to an internal temperature of about 150 degrees. Now, new standards say that 145 is safe, but that's a little on the medium rare side for my wife, so we're going to take it to 150 internal temperature. We got the tenderloins inside, seasoning on them. The moisture has come out of them a little bit now. I'm just going to wait a little longer, see if it'll draw some of that moisture back in along with the seasonings. That'll give us a chance to get some corn on the grill. We got some sweet corn with some butter wrapped in aluminum foil. Let's get it on the grill, and that's going to be a nice side. We'll put it right over the firebox here. Put the butter on the top. That way as it melts, it'll kind of run down around the corn. That's good right there. Tenderloin has been sitting in there with the seasoning on it for a couple hours. Corn's already on the grill. Let's get this tenderloin on. It shouldn't take too long. We'll see. I'll let y'all know how long it takes, just as a guideline. We're going to go ahead and put a probe into they're both about the same thickness, so we'll just kind of run it to the center of this one. Something like that, and we'll get them both on the smoker. Looking good. All right, it's been about 45 minutes. My ThermalWorks probe is showing 146 internal temperature. We're going to take the ThermalWorks thermal pop and do some spot checks. Yeah, it just needs a little more. That's about 132, 133. Get it right beside that one. Yeah, it's just where the probe was placed. That's 145 where that probe's at. 130 is the lowest temperature I'm seeing. So probably another 15 minutes, it'll be ready. Let's give it 15 minutes or so. We'll come back and check it again. All right, it's been about another 15 minutes or so. I flipped them over because the coolest part was the part that was on top. So I flipped them over, probing all the way to the bottom now. 145. Looks good. We're going to go ahead and pick them up. We'll get them wrapped up, let the temperature rise on them. They'll continue to come up in temp for another 5 or 10 minutes. All right, y'all, the pork loin is done. Pork tenderloin, should be specific, not the same cut as a pork loin. We brought it up to 145 degrees outside on the grill. We wrapped it in foil. We let it rest for a while. It came up only about 3 degrees, about 148. But it's already cooled down a little bit now. Let's go ahead and get a slice and see what it looks like. Oh, that looks good. Look at the juice coming out of it. Oh man, nice and juicy. Look at that. Drip, drip. Love it. Cut a slice here. Take a taste test. Let's get a test here. Awesome. Oh man, it's so nice and tender. That Chupacabra just accents the pork so well. Doesn't overpower it. Very good. It just pulls apart. That's really good. All right, we used Chupacabra regular blend seasoning on that. I also like the Brisket Magic, the special blend, the Cajun blend. They're all really good. Cajun goes really good on fish and, well, just about everything. But I guess my favorite is the Brisket Magic. You probably heard me say that 1,000 times if you watch very many of my videos. But this regular blend went really good on this pork. We got some mashed potatoes. We got some corn on the cob, sweet corn. We're going to plate it up, make a few tacos out of it maybe, and we're going to eat supper. We hope you all enjoyed this video. If you have any questions in relation to how I cooked it, the temperatures, the time, or anything, it's in the video, but go ahead and ask in the comment section, and I'll be glad to help you out all I can. Basically, cooked it at 225 to 250 for about an hour and pulled it off of the grill at 145 on the thickest, coolest part. So we hope y'all enjoyed it. Share, like, click subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Tell your friends, and we'll see y'all later on down the road on Rashley's Border Q. Adios. Chupacabra seasoning, regular blend. I like this one, I like the Brisket Magic. The Cajun blend is good, and then they've got a special blend. Cut, 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 don't use that. Look at the lens, Randy, the lens.